Yes. Oh my gosh, so freaking nice. How's it going, guys? It's the Peruvian trucker back with another video. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for clicking on my stuff. So we're here at our rest area in Iowa. We're going to go ahead and perform a pre-trip real quick so we can get going as soon as we hit 10 hours. Let's get to it. We're about to be driving soon. It's about to be about 4 o'clock Central Time. And I gotta be honest, it's not the ideal time to start driving because that means that I will stop driving at some time between 3 and 4 in the morning. Which, and if you take the time change into consideration, more than likely 2 in the morning. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it that far to where I have to deal with the time change, but either way, it's not the best time to be looking for parking because everybody's asleep. There's not really that many parking spots. But I'm not gonna lie, I accepted this drive because the weather's gonna be nice and I want to enjoy at least a little bit of the scenery. And also, let's be real, you guys don't want to see a time lapse of just a dark road with nothing surrounding it. So yes, I could wait until 6, 7, potentially 8 o'clock at night, sleep some more, but I'm not really tired. I can get ahead on this load, and if I feel tired, which I'm sure I won't, but if I have to pull over for whatever reason, I'm gonna have plenty of time to find a place to park, and even if it takes a couple of tries, and I can do a split at that point and, you know, even up the clock, I guess. I have my protein bars that I'm going to be, you know, eating while we drive. And at some point when I stop to take a break, I'm going to have lunch or dinner, really. But yeah, let's get to it. Let's drive. I'm excited. How's it going, guys? So it's about to be 6 in the morning. Basically what happened is I drove for about 5 hours and 25 minutes, and I started to feel a little tired, so I pulled off at this rest area to do a split. About to be again 6 in the morning. I'm going to drive the 5 hours that I have left, and then we'll sleep another 2, and we are good to roll. Well, guys, so we're here at a pilot in Laramie, Wyoming. There's a Petro across the bridge, across 80, and there's a Love's right there. And yeah, we're just gonna sit here, complete our 2 hours for the A2 split. I'm gonna go in there and take a shower. I wouldn't say it's much needed, but you know, why not? I've been driving for 2 days, a day and a half really, since my last shower, so it's about time. Okay, guys, so we have about an hour before my 2 hours of my A2 split are done. So I wanted to talk about a couple of things while I'm cooking breakfast. So I usually wouldn't take this load because it's the middle of winter. We still have 5 weeks, 4 weeks of cold weather. But the first thing I did before I even replied to the message regarding this load is I went to my portfolio of weather apps to check how the weather was going to be looking. Yeah, there's 2 very important things that you got to look out for. One is wind conditions through Wyoming, and number 2, weather on Donner's Pass in California. I went ahead and checked the winds in Wyoming and the temperatures, and it was going to be clear skies throughout, and same thing through Donner's Pass. It's showing, it's showing that it's going to be cloudy, but no snow, no rain. It shouldn't really rain. It's going to be like sub 30 degrees, but no snow. So because the conditions were looking optimal, I went ahead and took this load. But I was still wary about Donner's Pass because even though conditions look optimal, it's too far out to have a clear, or it was too far out to be 100% on 100% certain of how the weather was going to be through Donner's Pass. So I checked for alternate routes in case I needed to avoid going through Donner's Pass. And the weather's been looking fine so far. And the thing is that the way this load is set up, like, it's not tight to where I have to run 65 miles an hour. I've been driving 60, 58 the entire time. But the window to get to my first delivery address is not big enough to where I can divert to go around Donner's Pass. So I considered taking the route that would take me down to I-40 from my shipper just to avoid I-80 entirely, but the weather was looking really good. And again, the weather's been great, you know? But the one thing that I'm not too happy about is that I didn't take into account how close Donner's Pass is to Oakland, California. And the way this load is set up, my delivery appointment time is 6:30 in the morning. And there really is no way to make it on time without driving through Donner's Pass through the night, like sub-freezing temperatures. I'm a little wary. I'm going to be checking the weather still. I'm going to be very aware. But that's really the one thing that I'm not 100% comfortable with. The only way to avoid that would have been to be a full shift early to where I could have gone into California and found a place to park before, like hours before my appointment time, basically a shift before. But we're gonna go ahead and ride it out. I'm actually excited because I'm roughly 400 miles away from Salt Lake City, so I'll get there tonight, hopefully. And I'm gonna pick up the parts for my wagon, and I'm going to see a family member that I haven't seen in like 20 years. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah. Well guys, so we are here at the Salt Lake City terminal. Just going through inbound, outbound. Gonna stay here for the night and keep going tomorrow. Yes. Oh my gosh, so freaking nice. Oh, you're good. Kaiser.
Sit. Siéntese.
Oh. Lo máximo.